Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, my students? I hope that you're happy and healthy and ready for today's lesson, which will be the reading lesson. But before we do that, let's revise our previous lesson, the vocabulary lesson. Of course, it's connected to today's lesson because the words that we learned in the previous lesson are words that we will be finding or we will find in today's article. So these are the words here, pristine, which means the letter I, not spoiled, not touched. It means that no one has ever been there. Pristine desert, for example, or a pristine beach, maybe. So it means that no one has ever been there. It means untouched, let's say. Preserve goes with the letter F, preserve. To keep safe from injury, harm, or destruction. To keep safe from injury, harm, or destruction. This is to preserve, to keep something safe from injury, to keep it safe from injury or destruction. The word conservation goes with the letter E, to a careful protection of something. To conserve something means to protect it, conserve. Incentive goes with the letter C, something that causes a person to act. Something that causes a person to act. Something that makes you act. Something that encourages you to do something, to act, to do something. Deforestation. You can see the word forest here coming after the word D. So deforestation goes with A, the act of cutting down trees to clear forests. So deforestation means to cut the trees of the forest. This is deforestation. What about 6 characteristics goes with the letter B, distinguishing traits or qualities. The characteristics of someone, his traits or his qualities, you can say. Number 7, the word remote goes with the letter H, geographically isolated, meaning it's far from anything else, isolated, nothing is near it. So it's almost as the word far. Number G, reduction, the lessening and diminishing. Reduction, to reduce something, to make it lesser and lesser. So lessening or diminishing. Last one, the word lush. The word lush goes with the letter D, abundantly green or fertile. Abundantly green or fertile. These are the places or the context that you will see these words in today's article, so you can prepare yourself for the article. The word pristine, for example, picture yourself relaxing on a pristine beach in Belize. So pristine beach, what does it mean? Preserve, you're also helping to preserve the environment, to protect, to keep it safe, the environment. Conservation with water. So water conservation, it means to save the water. Incentive, it provides an economic incentive to preserve the environment. Economic incentive, if you remember incentive, something that makes you act, something that makes you want to do something. Deforestation, as we said before, the cutting of the trees. Costa Rica has the highest rate of deforestation in all of Latin America. So maybe soon there will be no forests in Costa Rica. Characteristics, as we said, the traits or the qualities of someone or something. These are some of its characteristics. So we are listing qualities or traits of something in this article. Remote, as I said before, isolated or far. It involves travel to natural, often remote destinations. So you want to travel to a remote destination and isolated. You want peace and quiet. This is the remote destination. Reduction, as I said before, to diminish something or make it less and less. There has been a dramatic reduction in deforestation. Lush, we saw beautiful beaches. Lush rainforest, as we said, lush means fertile. You can grow many plants there. Lush rainforest and exotic wildlife. So here are today's objectives for the reading. Make use of the text topic to make questions. Find the meaning of ecotourism. Mark phrases related to the word ecotourism. Complete sentences about the text. Find the meaning of new words in the text. So this is the main theme of the text here. Ecotourism. What does it mean? What does tourism mean? Tourism. Yes, tourism is to travel and going places and sightseeing and etc. So to travel and see the sights. This is tourism. So ecotourism, it means tourism related to nature. Tourism going to places of nature. For example, people come here to visit maybe the desert or go to the beaches in Jeddah maybe, or outside in Europe, people going to the rivers and the green mountains, etc. Or maybe fjords. So this is ecotourism. It means to go touring in natural sites, like going to canyons maybe. So what does the word eco mean? The word eco. What does it mean? You can look it up if you want. Okay, let's look up the answer together. Eco is a word related to the earth or the environment. Thus, you can see the background here, green trees, green leaves. So eco is something that is related to the earth or the environment. So it's a word related to the environment, related to earth, and make it green again. So related to the earth, it means or the environment. This is the meaning of the word eco. So what do you see here in the picture? What do you see here in the picture? Yes, you can see obviously this picture is taken from a mountain with green trees, and someone is ziplining through this wire, sliding through the wire. So this is ecotourism. You go to natural places and do some activities, maybe go to canyons, to mountains, as I said before. So what do you think about the main idea of the article is going to be? The main idea, the main theme of the article is going to be. What do you think it is? Of course, yes, it's very obvious, as you said, that it's related to ecotourism, to go touring in places where you can enjoy nature and do some activities related to nature. So before reading, eco means related to earth or environment. What do you think ecotourism means? We said it previously. Ecotourism means to go, to be a tourist, to go visit places where you can enjoy nature and do some activities. Read the passage and underline all the words and phrases that can help you understand what ecotourism means. So you can do this by yourself. Once you see a word you think that it's related to ecotourism, you can underline it. So this is the article here. This is the title, Ecotourism. See the world while saving it. See the world. You can see nature. You can see the world while you are saving it. I mean, it means while means at the same time you are saving it. So let's listen to the article.
Imagine vacationing in a place of stunning, natural beauty. Picture yourself relaxing on a pristine beach in Belize, exploring the desert on a camel in Riyadh, or following lions and zebras in Kenya. Now imagine that while enjoying these experiences, you are also helping to preserve the environment, protect wildlife, and support local communities. Sound too good to be true? It isn't. Such vacations are part of the fastest growing trend in the travel industry. The trend is called ecotourism.
So this is the first part of today's article. Imagine vacationing in a place stunning, natural beauty. This is ecotourism. You're enjoying nature here while you are relaxing. Picture yourself relaxing on a pristine beach in Belize, exploring the desert on a camel in Riyadh. So in Riyadh, you're enjoying the desert, and it's the desert theme, let's say, or following lions and zebras in Kenya. This is also enjoying nature and the forest there in Kenya. So I want to ask you a question here. What is a pristine beach? We learned the word pristine before. when we connect it to a beach, what does it mean? Just like the picture here. What do you notice about the picture here? Again, what is a pristine beach? Define it for me. Yes, very good. It's a beach in its natural state. Natural state, it means that no one has visited here before, or maybe just a few people. There aren't a lot of hotels or restaurants. It's clean and without lot of garbage. So when you want to go to a beach, or you imagine going to a beach, do you want a place that is full of hotels, restaurants, cafes, and people, and there's loud noises everywhere? Or do you want to go to a pristine beach where there are less and less people, and you enjoy the peace and quiet and the sound of the waves? So what do you want to enjoy? A pristine beach, a beach at its natural state, maybe just a few hotels, 1 or 2 hotels, and maybe 1 or 2 cafes? Or do you prefer a beach where there are lots of hotels? Of course, we all prefer the quiet beach where I can enjoy my maybe drinking some juice, maybe there. Let's continue the article.
While ecotourism was almost unheard of before the 1990s, it has quickly become a multi-billion-dollar industry. But what exactly is ecotourism? These are some of its characteristics. It involves travel to natural, often remote, destinations. These are often protected areas where development is limited. Ecotourism destinations focus on recycling, water conservation, and using renewable energy sources. It builds environmental awareness. As visitors explore an area, they also learn about it. It provides an economic incentive to preserve the environment and raises money to help protect it. It creates financial opportunities and jobs for the local population.
So these are some of the characteristics of ecotourism. Let's focus on the second one here. Ecotourism destinations focus on recycling. They focus on recycling, water conservation. If you remember the word conservation, it means saving, so to save water, and using renewable energy sources. I want you to focus on the word recycling here. What is recycling? And you can see this logo here on many and many products. This means recycling. So what is recycling? When someone says, I like to recycle my stuff. Very good. So recycling is the action or process of converting waste into reusable materials. It means when you have garbage or waste, you can take it to be recycled, then it will come out as reusable materials. So instead of throwing out our garbage or our waste, we can put them to be recycled again, and we can use them again as maybe plastic products or paper products, etc. So and you can see some places there are some trash cans with this logo on them. So it means that you put recyclable stuff here, maybe plastic cans, maybe plastic bags, so they can take them to be recycled and made into some other materials. And remember also, recycling saves the environment. Recycling saves the environment. So let's continue with the article.
Costa Rica was one of the first ecotourism success stories. At one time, Costa Rica had the highest rate of deforestation in all of Latin America. However, since ecotourism, there has been a dramatic reduction in deforestation. Now, more than a quarter of Costa Rica's land is protected from development. Costa Rica is now the world's top ecotourism destination. Amazingly, this small country of 5 million people has about 3 million visitors per year. Stacey Davison is one of the 3 million tourists who chose to visit Costa Rica this year. We wanted to explore a country that was largely unspoiled by development. And, boy, did we get what we were looking for. We saw beautiful beaches, lush rainforest, and exotic wildlife. Stacey is especially enthusiastic about a wildlife refuge she and her husband visited during their trip. Getting there took 4 hours by bus along an unpaved road. But it was so beautiful that it was worth it. We hiked the trails and took a tour through the rainforest canopy. Our guide showed us how to poke a stick into a termite nest to get a snack. They have a nutty flavor, and how to use live leaf cutter ants to create stitches for a cut. It was quite an amazing experience.
So here he's talking again about ecotourism. Do you prefer ecotourism or regular tourism where you can visit cities and see different sites? Or do you prefer ecotourism, for example, going to beaches or rainforests or wildlife? So ecotourism is you are enjoying nature while you are visiting and seeing the sites. Or do you prefer tourism that is inside large cities? So this is up to you. Let's continue with the article here, the last part of the article.
Stacy also enjoyed knowing that the money she was spending on her vacation was being used in environmentally responsible ways. She stayed in locally owned, environmentally friendly hotels that grow their own fruits and vegetables, and use renewable sources of energy such as wind and solar power. Undoubtedly, ecotourism plays a critical role in preserving the land in Costa Rica as well as in other ecotourism destinations around the globe. At the same time, ecotourism provides visitors with a unique, unforgettable, and educational vacation. Basically, ecotourism is a win-win situation for both the tourists and the countries they visit.
Yes, indeed, ecotourism provides visitors with a unique, unforgettable and educational vacation, because when you go on a vacation and you chose to go to an ecotourism, you're going to open and nature places to enjoy your vacation, while you go to the beach or ziplining in mountains or visiting forests or maybe wildlife. These moments will absolutely be unforgettable. And don't forget that ecotourism is a win-win situation that benefits both of you and the nature, for both the tourists and the countries they visit. So let's learn new words here. Preserve the environment. Remember, the word preserve is to save, but what's the meaning of this sentence here? To preserve the environment. Yes, very good. To protect the plants, animals, water, and land. If you remember, the word preserve alone means to save. So preserving the environment means protecting the environment, including plants, animals, water, and land. Very good. Water conservation. Conservation also means to save, to protect something. So what does it mean when we say water conservation? Excellent. It means saving water and keeping it clean. It means to save water and keep it clean. This is the conservation of water. Economic incentive. Economic incentive. If you remember the meaning of the word incentive, it means something that makes you want to act. Something that pushes you to act. When you put it after the word economic, yes, possibly of earning money while doing something. A possibility of earning money while doing something. So if you got money while doing something, this will push you to act and do it. Highest rate of deforestation. Deforestation, if you remember, it means to cut the trees of the forest. Highest rate of deforestation. What does it mean here? Yes, Costa Rica was cutting down more trees than any other country. So this is the meaning of highest rate. The rates are high. The highest rate, it means that Costa Rica was cutting down more trees than any other country. What about the characteristics? Some of its characteristics. Yes, some of ecotourism features things that are special about them, their merits, their traits of the ecotourism. Remote destinations. If you remember the word remote, it means far, it means isolated. Yes, places that are far away and difficult to get to. Lots of people prefer to go to isolated beaches, they prefer to go eco-touring in isolated places just to enjoy the peace and quiet. dramatic reduction of deforestation. Again, dramatic reduction in deforestation. If you remember, reduction is to make things less and less. So it means here cutting down many fewer trees than in the past. Many fewer trees. So making them less and less. Lush rainforest. Lush rainforest means forest full of green trees and many other plants. If you remember, the word lush means fertile. It means you can plant green trees there, plant green plants there. So forest full of green trees and many other plants. So this is the after reading exercise. Complete the sentences here. Number one, the first you have the gap, then is the fastest growing trend in the travel industry. So in the traveling industry, what's the fastest growing trend there? Yes, of course, we know it. It's the title here, ecotourism. Number two, is the world's top ecotourism destination? What's the world's top ecotourism destination? Yes, very good. It's Costa Rica, as mentioned in the article. Number three, at one time, Costa Rica had the highest rate of in Latin America. The highest rate of what? And remember here it says at one time. It means in the past. Had the highest rate of, very good, deforestation in Latin America. But now they cut less and less trees. More than of Costa Rica's land is protected from development. Again, more than of Costa Rica's land is protected from development. Very good. More than a quarter of Costa Rica's land is protected by development. Last one, two examples of renewable energy sources are something and something. So, two examples of renewable energy. Renewable energy, it means energy that you can renew it again and again. Energy, power, that you can renew it again and again. So, two examples of renewable energy sources are, very good, wind and solar power. Wind and solar power. Solar power is the power that comes from, very good, the power that comes from the sun. The power that comes from the sun, we call it solar power. Excellent. Here's a fun fact for you. Another kind of vacation. So now we took the first kind, ecotourism. It means tourism, enjoying nature, enjoying going to natural places. This is ecotourism. Another kind of vacation travel that is becoming more popular is voluntourism. Voluntourism. Voluntourism from the word to volunteer. This means that a person takes a vacation time to travel and work as a volunteer for a local project. It means that you go to some place and to volunteer to do some good things there. Again, voluntourism means that a person takes a vacation time to travel and work as a volunteer for a local project. The travel company Condé Nast did a survey and found that 55% of the people it asked would be interested in this kind of vacation. So more than half people are interested in this vacation, to go to another country, another place, and volunteer there for their project. Volunteer, it means to do a work for free, just for your self-satisfaction. So to volunteer is to do things for free, to do good things, of course, for free, just for your satisfaction and for the greater good. So this is another kind of for travel. We had ecotourism, and now we have voluntourism. And with that, we reach to the end of this lesson. Thank you for listening. See you next lesson, inshallah. Subhanak Allahumma bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum.